Hey Lightworkers, thank you for being in this space tonight. I am Third Eye Pisciano, and I'm going live on Instagram, but at the same time we have another camera recording to upload this in my YouTube channel. So whether you're watching this live or whether this video finds you at a later time, just know that this is the exact perfect moment for you to be here. Thank you so much for everyone that's joining on Instagram. Help me with your comments, help me with your likes. Let's start opening up the space here. And tell me how y'all feeling, how you doing, how you feeling. It's Friday night. I usually don't record on a Friday night, but due to some changes which are very prone to happen during this time, as we shall start talking about, I did it on Friday, but we're just flowing. Whatever resonates, whatever feels good, we're trying out different things. So again, whether you're seeing this live or this finds you at a later time, welcome. Drewski, hey Drewski. Drewski says, long day, but good day. Oh, I'm glad. That's good. At least it was a good day. You know, even those long days remind us that we're alive, that we're still human, that we still have all these responsibilities in this earthly plane. Hey Tisa Bedra, hey Chicalica, how are ya? Thank you for being here. Like I was saying, on a Friday night, I'm actually very excited to be here. And I'll be repeating it multiple times because I am live on Instagram, and I know I'm also recording this so it could go up on my YouTube channel, or this goes up right on Instagram right after this. Just welcome to this space, and thank you for being here at this time, whether this finds you right now or whether you're watching the recording of this at a later time. Just welcome and know that this found you at the moment exact, perfect, and where it was most needed for clarity and for you to hear the messages. Anything that resonates or anything that you can pick up from what I'm saying, from what we talk about, from the meditation, from the reading, just know that you were meant to be here and listen to this. Tisa Vedra says, good, alive. Drewski says, I saw Luna Extravagante last night. Yeah, it was an red-orange color, wasn't it? It almost, if I had to describe last night eclipse by a fruit, it would be like a blood orange. Definitely a blood orange. That's why I'm wearing red today. Red to represent like this end of cycles, this end of this period, honoring it, of course, and also because it's Friday, and with each day is attributed or is associated to an archangel, and today is Archangel Uriel. And he's associated with the root chakra, which many say that its energy vibrates as the color red. So this is why I have the red on today, as symbolic as Friday in general. But it's a double symbology because I'm also aligned with this energy of the eclipse. Tisa Vedra says, I was wearing red PJs last night. LOL. Yeah. That's awesome. That's good. Well, last night was when the eclipse was the strongest, was when it actually occurred. But as we have come to learn in the metaphysical and spirituality, in this quantum learning, eclipse affect us not only the day of the eclipse, but it's more of this eclipse season that has more of this potency of the power of the eclipses. And we'll get into that too today. We'll talk a little bit about that. All I'm doing right now is just giving a couple more minutes on Instagram to get the algorithm going. If you guys can help me, as you guys have with your comments, with your likes, there'll be a lot of time to not comment and like during our meditation. But if you guys can help me out with that, just in case anyone needs to find this message at this time, they can hop on, or they just remember, hey, third eye's on. That really helps me. But either way, it's really fun. You guys are here. Especially when we meditate, we build so much power. We're centered. We realize we're more connected than separated. It's just this illusion, right? It's part of us, like this evolution of learning that we're not just this physical body, we're also the spirit within, and that this spirit is connected with the spirit of everything and everyone else, and that truly we're a collective consciousness. So when we can align, when we can lower the voice of the ego, when we can become more present and more than anything present of the presence of this being that's inside of us, that's where the alchemy and the magic start. All right, y'all. So it's 7:07. I'll start with my subject here officially. Good evening. Happy Friday night. I am Third Eye Pisciano. I am a channeler, shaman, and a witch. I go by many names, yet what we do here is all of the same, right? It's spirituality, and we speak out of our experiences. So anything you all have to share, anything you need to add, let me know, comment, chime in, please. This is why we also do the lives, in order for us to be interacting and in order for me to learn from you all. Or if you're watching this at a later time, anything that resonates, anything that you think could have been explained a little bit different or better, or you just have anything to add, I would love to hear from you all. But anyways, again, it's spirituality, and we each talk of our experience, and all I do is share a little bit of what I've been learning. And since day one, that's what I've always cleared the air with. I only share what I am learning, because I am just human, and I am an evolution, and I'm growing and I'm learning as I go. So it's better when we can help each other, nurture each other, give each other that space and that grace. So we'll start. So lunar eclipse in Virgo. So very important, before we get into the lunar eclipse, let me remind you all, this at the end, this was still a full moon event. So remember, some of the themes during full moons, as we have said before, full moons mark the end of a cycle. They mark completion, release, and just fulfillment, because it's the last phase of the moon. So when we're really aligning our lives, our magic, and our decisions to the moon, it's kind of letting us know, like, hey, this is a perfect time to, like, this chapter has ended in the short term. But let's remember, any action that we take in the short term is, or what becomes of our future, of us, or our experience in the long term, is aggregated action from each and every single day. So just kind of saying, like, hey, this cycle has ended, completion, it's time for you to release before you even manifest. Right now, let go, release, lighten your load. Important to say, this full moon is in the sign of Virgo. So the sign of Virgo is associated with practicality, love of detail, and organization. Virgo is called the mother of the zodiac. Like this, almost like it's described like the mother of God, or like the goddess, if you will. And of course, that's why she is also associated with fertility and earth because of this earth sign that Virgo is. And Virgo, funny enough, its ruling planet is Mercury. So that's why Virgo, that's the logical and analytical part of Virgo. It's love for details and perfectionism and organization because of this ruling planet of Mercury. Another very important thing to note, currently the South Node is in the sign of Virgo. So what is the South Node? There's a South Node and a North Node. The South Node is more quickly, it's associated with these past life experiences and your natural talents and abilities that you kind of already carry with you from past lives into this life. It's kind of that part of your intuition, kind of, I don't know how, but you have like this habits or these talents or just this of things that come easier to you in a way. But it's also what you're learning to release or step away from during this life, because there's also the North Node, which a North Node is that we're trying to reach towards this life or try to embrace during this life, those talents and those habits that we need to like learn, or our mission to embrace during this lifetime. So since January 11th of this year, the South Node has been in Virgo. The North Node always going to be the opposite sign. So in this case, the North Node is in Pisces. We are in Pisces season right now, the end of the zodiac calendar, with this Virgo full moon. So very aligned to this South and North Node energy. So meaning to say, since the South Node is in Virgo, it's focusing a lot on this inner and outer cleansing, detangling of old patterns and habits, and kind of like start anew, or kind of like sprouting fresh roots somewhere else. So the reason why we go into this is to say the full moon is already talking to us about releasing oh, there's a little thumbs because I went thumbs. It gave me a little thumbs. It's already talking about releasing outdated patterns, completion. Then on top of that, you have the South Node, which also is talking about this like cleansing, cleaning home, detangling old patterns and habits, and all these things that we do. Definitely, if you have sun, moon, or rising in Virgo or anywhere in your chart, there already is changes in the collective. Specifically for Virgo, it's a lot that you're going through, but remember, all these changes are for our growth and evolution. And at the end of the day, it's things that need to go in order to lighten our load, in order to make space for what's anew. It's easier said than done. It always is. But remember, if you're here in this space now, you now have this conscious and awareness that we have tools, we have meditation, we have breath work, we have grounding practices that can bring us back and make this time of transition a little facilitated a little bit more, because changes are inevitable and they're gonna happen. So that's kind of the full moon in Virgo that's going on, that aspect. Now, of course, we cannot ignore the elephant in the room. This is a lunar eclipse. So real quick, a lunar eclipse happens when the moon falls under the Earth's shadow, which is this shadow that has been casted by the sun. In this case, the blood moon, as it was called, or this moon that was colored orangey red, was more pronounced or more talked about or more seen during this time, because it was like, at least here in the Americas and the US and Mexico and South America, in this part of the world, we was called a total lunar eclipse, meaning the moon was fully immersed in the shadow of the earth. So, since it wasn't no longer reflecting the light of the sun, it reflected the light of earth, giving it this orangey red color, which is really interesting. But that's why it's this blood red moon. And of course, this red moon most of the time occurs with this lunar eclipse, especially when there's a total lunar eclipse. And that takes me to this eclipse season that we call it, because a lunar eclipse is always followed by a solar eclipse, and vice versa. They're always going to come together. This is what we call eclipse season. So obviously there's not a perfect math, but usually the eclipse season is felt anytime 10 days before the first eclipse, and in between that period, in between both eclipses, and then 10 days after the last eclipse. Meaning, during this time, the eclipse season started around March 5th, March 4th, like the beginning of March. And it will end around the beginning of April, like April 7th, April 8th. This is because it lasts about anywhere from 30 to 35 days. Eclipse season, just like the blood moon, is a time of transformation. I will repeat that. It's a time of profound transformation, destined changes, a collective reset at a molecular and spiritual level, and truly intensity felt on all levels. Like, and the intensity has been racked up, like, like that the volume was amped up. Meaning, with the intensity, it's not saying that's good or bad, and this is truly information that's not meant to facilitate any type of fear-based mentalities or projection. On the contrary, it's to become conscious and align with these energies. For example, today, it's a good time to release cutting cords, anything that no longer serves you, clean from a physical level, and so on. So I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. So with knowing that there's all this changes, profound transformation, and this reset, I want to give a little bit, before we get started on meditation, something you guys can take from this conversation is a couple of things, or a couple of what I call do's and don'ts during eclipse season. So first, we'll start with the do's. What's good things, or what's something that you can do, or what's during this eclipse season, what's recommended for us to do. Number one, and very important, do accept. Number one, always accept your current reality. That is key to becoming present and to lowering the voice of ego. Accept during this time all changes, challenges, triggers, and blockages as teachers, and release any judgment towards any of these in your life. Don't let the mind, the ego, project these ideas. Just let all these things just be. Number two, flow. Adopt the nature of water and learn to flow. Navigate during this time with high energy and high vibes. Learn to meditate. And also, something that can be done is water magic. At this time, you can fill a cup of water, you can talk to your water, and you can do this type of water magic in order to put intention in your water, to clear your energy, clear your space, clear your office, clear wherever you are. You can also do intention showers. While you're taking a shower, you can also be speaking to the water. Imagine the water's this ray of light that's physically cleansing you and cleaning and rubbing off from you any negativity, envy, hate, anything that you're holding on to, any blockages, any challenge, anywhere where you could feel density or tension, and do it through this way. So a lot of letting go. Number 3, cleanse. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Cleanse your body, cleanse your space, cleanse your home, your car, your loved ones, if it's possible, your place of work. And try to do any techniques related to like grounding practices, cutting cords rituals, vanishing, and protection because of the volatile energy. Number 4, another do. Forgive. And this could be a more difficult one for most of us human beings that, it is a subject that's harder. The ego interferes, and sometimes it takes time for us to forgive. But when we've accepted our current situation, we've learned to let go, and we've done cleanse, forgiving comes much easier. And this is from forgiving yourself first, and then learning to extend that space and grace towards others, and maybe seek forgiveness in that way. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna forgive these people and you're gonna become their doormat again and not have your boundaries in place. No. On the contrary, you can forgive and love people from afar. You can even forgive people that have passed away already. The thing is, it's your forgiving from an energetic place, from spirit to spirit. And that energetic cord that inevitably connects us with everyone, you can start to transmute this. And number 5 and last, do. And very important, and the one we tend to ignore or don't want to do, rest. Rest. Intentionally rest during this time. Practice self-care. Whatever self-care looks like for you. If self-care is walking in the park, going and watching a movie, sitting down and watching Netflix, staying home all day, going out for a run, whatever self-care practice suits into you, integrate it in your schedule during this time, at least during this eclipse season, because these are kind of techniques and practices that will help you maintain yourself grounded, feel more at ease, more at peace, and balance with more harmony. And what I can finish with these do's and with resting is check in with yourself. What resonates with you? What are you feeling at this time? Very important to ask yourself these questions and to check in with how you are feeling. And once you are good, once you've accepted, you flowed, you cleansed, you forgave, and now you're resting, go ahead and check in on others. Go and check in on others and see how they're doing too. Very important. We're all going through changes. As the length that we give empathy and grace and compassion, with those links, it will come back to us. But first, we got to make sure our own cup is filled before going around filling other people's cups. Okay, those are the do's. Now the don'ts. Things that are not recommended. And again, guys, like I always say, this is from my experience. This is from what I've learned during my path in this spirituality. Whatever resonates with you, take it. What doesn't, it's okay. We can agree to disagree, and that's perfect. That's what makes this beautiful. So some don'ts. Number 1, and very important, fear-based mentalities. Do not, under any circumstance, channel fear or projection. From what I said at the beginning, eclipse season, a time of intensity on all levels. I said this is not neither good nor bad. It's almost like the legend of the white and the black wolf. Which one are you feeding? Are you aligned with the changes even though they're happening? Are you stopping yourself when the ego's projecting? When the ego comes inevitably, are you stopping yourself and being like, hey, ego, what's going on here? Are you checking in with yourself? Are you doing self-care? Are you accepting your current reality? Are you learning to let go and flow? Are you doing this through love, through acceptance, through grace? Or are you jumping back into the fear-based mentalities through projection, fear, negativity, sadness, grief, victimhood that the ego loves to take us on? Are you going through those rides? Or are you going through the white wolf? It's whichever wolf you feed, that's as much intensity as you will receive, especially during the eclipse season, because of how pronounced these changes are happening. So really what we need to do here is learn to accept and flow with the changes via surrender. And this is surrender at a spiritual level. A lot of people confuse it with surrendering like giving up. No, this is not what I mean. I mean surrender by, number one, accepting your current reality and where you are at. That's how you surrender. You accept, and two, you let go. You let go of what you know no longer can be changed. But you know what the only thing you can actually control is yourself and how you react and how you see it and how you start welcoming more your challenges, your blockages, and these moments of triggers as your teachers instead of inflicting judgment towards them and indirectly inflicting judgment towards yourself. Number 2 on the don'ts, rituals. It is not recommended during the eclipse season to do any, and especially when the actual eclipses are going on, no major rituals, magic, or manifestation rituals. Since the energy is very unexpected and volatile, there could be some miscommunication going on. And that's not even to mention that we are on a pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde at this time, which will kick off tomorrow. So not only do we have the eclipses, we have a Venus retrograde since the beginning of the month, and now we're entering, as of tomorrow, we're entering fully into this Mercury retrograde, which is the planet of communication. And during this retrograde, all communication, technology, big contracts, purchases are not recommended because of this volatility. So it's double whammy. So don't even do it. No major rituals, no magic, no manifestation, nothing huge in that way. Yes, you can do cutting cord rituals, you can do vanishing, you can do reversibles, you can do protection, those type of things of letting go, releasing, cleanses. But none of this like attraction, bringing money, manifestation, richness, or anything too intense when it comes to magic because of this volatility. And in this way with rituals, because I wanted to I gave you guys 2 don'ts, which was the fear-based mentalities, which I wanted to give like one way we can like fight it, or one way we can like neutralize it, is with the fear-based mentality, we do it via surrender, right? We accept and we let go when no serves us, and then we take care of how we respond. With the rituals, yeah, we don't lean towards that. No major rituals, but there is a little ritual just real quickly that you can do. And if you even want to call it a ritual, everything's a ritual. But you can actually say this sacred code. It's a Grabavoy number. Grabavoy is like this numerologist that they work through the power of the numbers. And this sacred code, if you repeat it 45 times, it is said to transmute negative energy. So you have to say it 45 times. And the sacred code is 441. So you would say this 45 times. So 441. You take a pause. 441. 441. 441. 441. 441, and so on 45 times. And it is said, I know we're learning, right, to hear the ego. And thank you, Tisa Vader, for writing that 45 times, correct. And anytime that ego inevitably comes, those moments of challenge, of fear, of that we get nervous, sad, any of those things, those trigger moments, if you will, if you can't remember to stop your thinking, hopefully you can remember the sacred code, and before you realize it, you already said the code 45 times, and all those thoughts, all that grief, all that sadness, all that negativity that was already taking all over you, the pain body, right? As we described, well, last week was on in Spanish, but we talked about this pain body, which is the ego, which is from this book called The Power of Now, which I recommend you all to read. But basically saying the pain body, once it has set on, it takes over all of who we are. So if once we're in the pain body, we can remember this code. Before we even know it, the pain body will be gone, because we have, we put our attention in the code that brought us back into our present, into the here and now, and that way we access the power of now, and we left the sadness and the projection of the past, and we left the anxiety of the future. So that's one of the ways, where a little ritual that we can do during the eclipse season. So I know there's a lot of information. If you need to go back on my YouTube channel or on Instagram, right after we're done here, I'll post it, and please, I urge you all to go there. Looking forward, real quick, as I said, a Mercury retrograde is happening as of tomorrow, March 15 until April 7th. The spring equinox will be next week. I will probably do a live next week on this spring equinox. It'll probably more than likely be in Spanish. But we're going to talk about the spring equinox and how that's bringing up a change, and how its equinox reminds us of this balance, this duality, this equal day and night, but also how this also lives within us, and how we, have the shadow and light, and how we can keep that into balance by grounding and asking guidance from spirit. We have a next eclipse is a solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. That's March 29th. And at the end of the month, March 30th, Neptune, since the 1800s, will change signs. It has been stationed since the 1800s in the sign of Pisces. It is now coming out of Pisces and going into the sign of Aries. And we'll talk more about that. I'll probably make another video about that. If not, on the next live, we'll definitely hit on Neptune entering Aries. So that's a little bit of what I have to say there. And again, this information is not at all to facilitate fear, negativity, or to have everyone scared and not leave their homes. On the contrary, this is to build consciousness for all of us, to be conscious of what's going on. And if you have been feeling changes, it is no coincidence. If you have been thrusted out of your comfort zone, embrace it, own it, because it's a great opportunity for growth and evolution. Even if it might seem mucky, remember, when the caterpillar was about to turn into a butterfly, it had to turn into this goo and muck and all this bad, gooey substance in order to turn into a beautiful creature. This is what is happening right now. We're in the cocoon phase. This is related to the tarot card Death. Death tells us about the cycles of transformation. And this is what we're going through right now. Embrace it, own it, love yourself, give yourself this time to rest, intentionally rest, practice self-care, be with yourself, check in with others, do things that maybe when we're so busy during our day, we don't have the time to actually do these things, to check in with loved ones, to practice things to do out of pure fun and love of it. Not because you're going to gain money, not because you're going to gain followers, not because you're going to gain anything else, but just for the pure love and fun of it. Okay, y'all? So, obviously, with this eclipse season, it is a great time to meditate, especially a guided meditation, because we're doing a little energetic cleanse, we're doing a chakra alignment, we're doing grounding practice in order to keep being centered, aligned, and present for all the changes and transformations that are currently happening, and receive them from a place of love and compassion and empathy instead of resistance and fear. Okay, y'all? So, very important. Let's start to meditate. So, remember, as soon as I say, let's start to meditate, us that are here, we should know that automatically you should start getting into position and start telling your mind and your body that we're about to enter the realm inside our spirit. Okay? So if you're sitting down like I am, you want to place your feet flat on the ground, making that intentional connection with Mother Earth. Your back, you want to straighten your back because you want the energy to flow from your feet to your head. So you don't want to cross your hands and legs, or your hands and arms, and you don't want to cross your legs either. You just want to be easy and flowing. Your back, you want it straight enough where you won't fall asleep, but also, you want it in a position where you're going to be comfortable, where it's not going to be bothering you and distracting you from the meditation. But at the same time, you want to be straight enough where the flow of energy can easily pass through. Okay? And your hands, you want to just place the palm of your hands facing up, and swiftly just drop them slowly on your thighs. And your head, your face, you want to look just straight forward, and you just slightly drop your eyesight, feeling relief on the back of your neck. And if you're sitting on the floor and it's more comfortable for you and it resonates for you to sit on the floor, you can cross your legs, but just intentionally connect the base of your spine, your root chakra, to Mother Earth. So once we're in position here, y'all, slowly close your eyes and simply inhale and exhale. Don't change the way your body is breathing. Simply become the observer of the greatness in your body. View as you inhale and exhale, air naturally enters your nostrils as you inhale, and air exits your nostrils as you exhale. Don't change or modify your breathing. Just become the observer. View as the body automatically does the breathing. Just feel the natural rhythm of your breathing dictated by your body. Inhale and exhale. Become the audience of this greatness, of this machinery that's your body. Become the audience of this micro universe, which is you, inhabiting this physical human body. You're a universe inside another universe. The physical body is but a mere vessel. It's your vehicle that helps facilitate the transitioning on this earthly plane. But the spirit the soul, the energy inside of you is truly who you are. Just feel that for a moment. You don't have to do anything. Any exterior noises, integrate them into the meditation. Any thoughts, any itinerary of the day, anything the mind wants to tell you, any projection, any story, just smile. Don't fight it. Don't stop it. View as the thoughts come in. But that's it. Just view them. Don't judge. Don't project. Just feel. And with your breathing, you can inhale, put a smile, view the thought, remind your body that you are in meditation. Exhale and release the thought. And then this way, you anchor yourself to your breathing and you come back to my voice all the times needed. And in order to connect and strengthen this connection with the spirit within, with the presence of being inside of you, we'll do 3 deep breathings to enter into the insides of you, into your inner universe. And we'll start only through your nose. Inhale. Hold. And exhale slowly through your nose. Exhale, releasing tension, density, disease, anything that's heavy and no longer serves you. Intentionally let it go. Inhale. Hold. And exhale slowly through your nose. Dropping your shoulders, releasing let your feet and your legs just dangle there. Don't apply pressure. Don't try to control. Just release all of your body. And this time, the deepest inhale you can do. Inhale. Expand your lungs. Inhale a little bit more. You can do it. Inhale a little bit more. Expand a little bit more. You can go more. Hold it. And exhale slowly through your nose. And just feel. Perceive. Inhale. And return to your normal breathing. But this time making it deeper than you usually would. Anchor yourself to your breathing and follow my voice. Feel as your heart rate has dropped, as you have less tension in your shoulders. Feel how you're more at peace, present, centered. And if you still feel any tension in any part of your body, you know what to do. Inhale, hold your energy in that place of your body. And when you're ready, exhale and release that tension, that density, disease, the pain, whatever it is that's blocking the energy from flowing inside of you. And as you're inhaling and exhaling, I want you to put all your attention in your chest area, in the middle of your chest, in the center of your heart, appears a small ray of light. And as you inhale and exhale, this ray of light starts to grow and grow and grow until it takes the shape of a sphere, covering all of your heart. Don't judge. Don't analyze. Just feel. This sphere has a radiant energy, and it has a green emerald color. This here is your heart chakra. Put all your attention here, for remember, where attention goes, energy flows. And just using the power of your intention, feel as two rays of lights exit from this sphere and start to descend down your abdomen, passing your hips, your thighs, your knees, your legs, and concentrating at the very bottom of your feet. That place where you're making the connection with Mother Earth. Inhale. Exhale and feel as these rays of lights exit from the bottom of your feet and they ground themselves in the ground beneath you. And they keep descending, entangling themselves with the roots of every other creature, plant, human around you. These rays of light start taking the shape of the roots of a tree. And as they start grounding you and they start deepening, they start growing thicker and stronger. These rays of lights rapidly descend, and you intentionally connect them with the nuclear point of Earth. This place of transmutation. This is your opportunity to give it your worries, your fear, your nervousness, your victimhood, anything that blocks you, your challenges, anything that no longer serves you. Give it all to Gaia and feel through your roots of light as you're doing this transmutation. You're giving it everything that you no longer need, and Gaia's giving you its healing but abundance energy. You're connected with the heart of Gaia. Feel this connection. Feel that every time you do it, this connection becomes stronger. And you can feel it every time more pronounced, more present, as you are part of Gaia, of Earth, a terrestrial. And feel as that healing energy of Gaia travels right back up through those roots and rapidly enter through the bottom of your feet, cleansing and balancing each and every cell in your body. Even every atom in your auric field is being cleansed and balanced. Feel as this energy enters, flooding in. Just feel. Don't judge. Just feel. As this energy travels through your toes, your feet, your legs, rising up through your knees, flooding in your thighs. And this energy concentrates in the base of your spine. That place exactly where you are sitting. The energy concentrates here. Put all your attention here. Inhale. Exhale, and view as the energy of Gaia enters, turns on, and balances your first chakra, your root chakra, which starts circling in a clockwise direction, and its energy is awoken. And it turns on. Visualize this red ruby color sparked on inside of you, cleansing everything, your legs, and the energy around you. Inhale. Exhale. And view as the energy travels up your spine and stops at your second chakra, which is found in your lower abdomen. View as the energy of Gaia makes impact with this chakra, turning it on, balancing it, cleansing it, and igniting its orange copper color, cleansing everything in that area of your body and outside in your auric field. Inhale, and take the energy up your spine, and it stops in your upper abdomen. Here it makes contact with your third chakra, the solar plexus. It turns it on. It starts spinning clockwise. And its energy is that color of yellow. It's a yellow golden energy. Cleansing everything in your body in this space. And in your auric field. Don't judge. Just feel. Inhale. And follow the energy up your spine as it makes contact with your fourth chakra, your heart chakra, in the middle of your chest where you started. This energy is balanced, is cleansed, and it ignites its green emerald color. And the energy starts spinning clockwise, cleansing everything in this part of your body and in your aura. Inhale. Take the energy up into your throat chakra. Here the energy of Mother Earth makes contact, cleansing it, balancing it, and ignites its blue sky color, like a baby blue, cleansing everything in this area of your body and in your aura. Inhale. And take the energy up through your mouth, your nose, passing your eyes and concentrating in between your eyebrows. Here lies your sixth chakra, the third eye. View as the energy makes impact with it, cleanses it, balances it, and ignites its blue indigo color. This chakra starts churning clockwise, cleansing everything in this part of your body and in your aura. Inhale. And take the energy to the highest part of your head. The energy of Earth makes contact with your seventh and final chakra, the crown chakra. The energy of Mother Earth balances it, cleans it, and ignites its violet purple color, cleansing everything in your body and your aura. Inhale deeply. And exhale deeply. And just feel as all these 7 chakras are aligned. How you are more in this present moment as you feel the power of the now. As you are connected with the bridge between your physical and your spiritual body. And now we'll open up. And as we're grounded, aligned, we'll open up to the universe and its universal wisdom by taking your attention to your crown chakra, that part on the highest part of your head. Inhale. And when you exhale, visualize as this chakra opens up like the petals of a flower. And this crystalline tube of light, very radiant, of the color white, almost crystalline, almost like you can hear a melody coming out of it, descends from the universe and makes contact with your 7th chakra. Don't judge, just feel. You can feel tingling sensations, maybe cold, maybe warm, maybe nothing, and that's okay. Just because you don't feel it does not mean that the power of the Creator is not there. The energy of the Creator rapidly floods in, just like Gaia, but the Creator cleanses you from your head down to your toes, flooding you with its white, powerful energy of love, harmony, balance, peace, abundance. And with each inhale and exhale, this energy spreads out around you, and back to your heart chakra, like if somebody had turned on a switch. A switch has been turned on inside of you. And now your inner light is turned on and you are glowing like a disco ball, emanating energy not just in the space around you, in your block, in your city, but all over the world, all over the universe, because we are connected through the energy of the Creator. We are a collective, a unity consciousness. And this is the way to connect with that universal knowledge. Just feel the presence of your spirit team. They are here. Your angels, archangels, your ancestors, ascended masters, your spirit guides are found in the present. Here, wanting to guide you, to give you messages. I will leave you alone for a minute in order for you to hear, see, smell, feel their love, embrace, and messages they have for you here and now. Feel as you're more at peace, balance, how you're in this place of love. And the Creator reminds you, if God with you, who against you? You are loved, protected, and blessed at all times. Always come back to your present, especially in times of uncertainty, of challenges, of fear. You can always come back to yourself. This is your space. You are a universe inside another universe, and all the answers already reside within. Trust your intuition. This is the gift from the Creator. Use it. And with this feeling of being balanced, comforted, loved, protected, we start descending back into our physical reality and into the space where our physical body is at. Inhale. And exhale deeply through your mouth. Inhale. And exhale deeply through your mouth. Start coming back to your physical reality, to your center, to your physical body, here and now. Inhale. And this time when you exhale, very slowly, without letting the mind rush you, start moving your toes, wiggle around your legs, Wiggle around your feet slowly, comfortably. Wiggle around your body. No one's looking. Don't open your eyes yet. Wiggle your shoulders in circles. Just start waking up the body, telling it that you're back, but you're more energized. You've done your spiritual workout. Move your head in circles. And returning to your center, flutter the eyes. And very slowly open your eyes. And stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. Reach up to the stars, to the sky. This is the way that we reset. We align with the reset of this eclipse by resetting ourselves, coming back into this reality. But we come back more present, more with this security that we are not alone, that we are not just this physical body, that we have these chakras that they tether us with our spirit. They anchor the spirit in this vehicle, in this avatar. But that we also have this ability, this power, and this responsibility to go inside of us, connect with the universal knowledge, and live our true abundance and our true life mission on this earth, because we chose to come back. But we can only experience this when we can be conscious, present, when we lower the voice of the ego, when we are not taken by those emotions and thoughts, and we know. And it's not to say that the mind is bad. The mind is an incredible tool, but that's all it is, a tool, not something we need to identify ourselves with. Oh, wow, I'm channeling a lot today. There's a lot of things that need to be said. A lot of messages are coming through. I love it. I really like it. I felt this meditation very connected with everyone here. Even if you're watching this at a later time, remember, in the present moment, time is not linear. It's all happening in the here and now. So what I felt incredibly powerful. It was a good reminder, and also it was very introspective meditation. Anybody on Instagram want to share how you guys felt? Were you even able to meditate? Did you like the sound of my voice? If you weren't able to meditate but you just heard it, let me know. Now you guys can comment, you can like. Let me know what you guys felt, how you guys are doing. As we start slowly transitioning out of the meditation, now we're more present. I'm able to channel better without letting my ego come in the way. So it's a perfect time to start doing tarot readings and oracle reading and see if the best and highest messages for my collective. And once we do this meditation, our inbox is full. So I gotta empty out the inbox. Gotta give you guys all these messages from Spirit. Which I'm sure some of y'all are probably channeling yourselves already. You're probably receiving all these messages, images, smells, flashbacks, colors, music. Let me know how you guys felt. Hey, fire. We fire, baby. All right, I'll just do the transition. Okay, best and highest messages. God, Source, Universe, Angels, Archangels, Ancestors, Ascended Masters, Council of Light, and Spirit Guides, please shield us in a holy divine white light out of any negativity, ojo, anything that's not for our best and highest purposes. And so mote it be. Only have the best and highest messages out of light, love, and protection. All right. Tisa Beta says, I had a hard time connecting. But you did it, right? You closed your eyes, you try to meditate. That's good. That's all it takes. Honestly, this is practice, y'all. This is literally just practice. Um, it's like everything. It's like weightlifting. Like you can't expect to like lift, I don't know, 200, 300 pounds if you didn't start with the smaller weights, you know? So this is all it is. Like it's just practice. It's like running, you know? It's like before you used to be able to run a 1/4 of a mile, then you're able to run half a mile, then you're able to run 3/4, then you're able to run a mile. Like it's literally consistency, it's practice. I always say it's like a workout, right? It's they say better you went to the gym and had a bad workout than had stayed in your house and stayed in the couch. Same thing like with meditating. It's better that you were here, you tried it, you gave it a chance, you try to connect. Trust me, even if you, because that's ego, right? Our mind tells us that we didn't do it right. It was hard for us to connect. Our soul already knows what you're trying to do. In inside, it knows what we're trying to connect with because it's already probably done that in past lifetimes. It already has that knowledge because it's the spirit. So you just being here already as it is and like seriously trying to connect already is you're light years ahead because you're literally it's you're putting in the practice. I mean, there is no wrong or right way to do this. It's like what resonates with you and how you feel. So it's just learning to lower that voice a little bit, learning to put our thoughts to the side, learning to, you know, and as you keep doing this and doing it throughout your day, you're even going to realize throughout your day how you have gaps that you didn't even think of the past and you didn't even think of the future. And if you can little by little start incrementing those gaps and using and when it comes time to use the mind, because you have to use the mind. We live in a society that you need your mind. You need past and future. You need money. You need like amounts. You need to use the mind. But when you do use it, it'll be sharper. It'll be more ready to go. It's almost like when you're not using the mind, it's almost like you're sharpening your knives, like you're sharpening your blades, like you're just getting it ready. So when you do use your mind, boom, it's sharp. It's on point. It remembers details. And I've been trying this lately, like trying to focus more on being on the now, especially after I read that book. And yeah, I've caught myself where I'm like, it's like before where I would catch myself, and I still do, catch myself with the ego taking me far away. Now I catch myself with me being in the present. I'm like, oh wait, I was in the present that whole time. Like I was fully present watching that show. I was fully present going on that walk. I was fully present during my friend's conversation, etc, whatever it is. So don't put yourself down, Tisa Bedra, or whoever, whenever. Just right now I'm using you as an example because you said it was hard for you to connect. You're doing great. Just know you're doing great, and thank you for being here. That means so much. It means so much that you trust and that you're here. All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna use my new tarot again. Well, I used it last week for the Spanish live. All right, but this is I think last week I said universal tarot, but it's the celestial tarot. So the celestial tarot right here, best and highest messages for the collective. Let's go. What do we need to know? What do we need to see here? Let's go. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? Help me with your likes. All right, there's this. What else? They're flying, y'all. One fell under me, I think. Give me 1 second. All right, let's go. What else? Air sign is The air signs are... Oh no, air sign, earth sign. Okay, let's go. What else? Okay, right here. Okay, wait. What else is here? Sorry, I have a couple cards here, but... What else is here? What else is here? Something's going on here. What else? All right, y'all. So, it looks like right now, at the moment, we have this Queen of Swords. This can definitely be my collective. This Queen of Swords. The card is telling you, like, at this time, use your discernment. And that was something I forgot to mention during at the beginning of this conversation. Discernment. Very important during this eclipse season and retrogrades, to use our discernment. Even when you're listening to me right now, anything I say during the meditation, during the conversation at the beginning, and during this reading, use your discernment. And that was part of the accepting and flowing and all that. Accept your reality, let go, but also use discernment and knowing what resonates with you. Where can you make changes? Where can you be more present? Like, discernment is going to be huge. Why? Because also with Mercury retrograde, it's only going to muck up things a little bit more, and in front of you it could look blurry. So it's going to be very important to use discernment. It's going to be, let's say you have to sign that big contract, you have to sign that lease, you have to sign that new job, those hiring paperwork. You know, it's going to be important for you to practice discernment, to know truly what it is that is for your highest good and evolution, and that it's not an actual illusion, that you're not projecting yourself in the future, or you're not clinging on to the past. So I think that's why there's this Queen of Swords energy going on here, because it's like fixed air. It's kind of like no gray area here. It's going to be black or white. Either you're doing this or you're doing that. Like here, it's like use your discernment at this moment. Because the Queen of Swords is a stationary card. Do your research. Do your homework. You know, don't leave it out for luck right now, or we'll see how it is. You know, it's like any big decisions that need to be taken care of at this time need to be done from a rational perspective. We need to have rationality here. And most of all, it's like, even before you go ahead and take that step in those decisions, cards are asking you, use discernment, use your logic, do your homework. Don't quite make the move yet. Don't before you actually sign that, before you actually say yes, before you get into that, take a step back and practice discernment. That's why there's this fixed position. And you know, after that, right behind the Queen of Swords is because there's the Hermit card. The Hermit card came out last week, and it's going to keep coming out. Why? Because 2025 has the energy of 9 in numerology. Ends of cycles, fulfillments, closures. What's going on right now with the South Node? What's going on right now with the eclipse? It's not a coincidence, y'all. We're closing out habits, patterns, conditionings, people, places, ideas, all those things that no longer serve us, they're getting closed out. And that's why many people, there's hermit mode, there's spiritual awakenings. Why? Because there's this awakening of, like, again, this unconsciousness, the unconsciousness of as a collective, and then people coming into the consciousness, or like the self-consciousness of life, right? That there's more to life than this physicality, that there's also, you know, this spiritual awareness. That's why the Hermit is happening, because all these changes at a collective level is forcing people to go hermit, push them out of their comfort zone, disassociate with people, places, things, community, places where they thought that's what fulfilled them. Hermit mode is coming in saying, hey, I'm moving things around. So that's why Queen of Swords is here, saying first, use your intelligence, use your communication wisely, you know, open those doors that you need to, but don't necessarily take action right now, because there's this Hermit energy going on. There's this dark night of the soul happening for many because it's this eclipse season. So at this time, spirit guides coming, kind of like spirits kind of coming through. And there's even a rainbow right here, y'all. And it's rainy season here in Southern California right now. I love that. Like, I feel like it's confirmation that like, hey, yo, like, wait up, let the rain, like, let the rain fall a little bit, let the rainbow come out, like, move away from that. Rainbows also indicate the rainbow body, which are attributed to our chakras. Funny, we just did a chakra alignment. So there's this energy of like, right now, stay still, practice self-care, and Virgos went down and are going back up. Exactly. Why? But that's why the importance of right now, like, kind of like just chill, you know, don't necessarily take those big decisions, but right now you're doing your homework, you're training, you're practicing, because you're in that queen mode energy. And actually, funny that you say Virgos, Tisa Bedra, because the Hermit, it says, I love this card also because it says the planets, it says the signs, it says like, well, even Greek like mythology and stuff, but this one says Virgo. Hermit mode is a Virgo card. So funny. Queen of Swords with Hermit. And in front of the Queen of Swords was this Three of Swords, sadness, grief, you know, projection, betrayal, heartache. It's almost like this is in front of you. Like, these are things that need to be let go at this time. The sadness, the grief, the betrayal. Feel the feels. Think the thoughts. Do what you need to do. Punch that pillow, punch that wall, channel it, journal, do that drawing, go on that run, do what you need to do. But it's kind of like a lot of this releasing, kind of a lot of like, this is not what's supposed to, like, don't let this be your guidance. Don't let like, oh, revenge or all this, like, just your best revenge is you leveling up yourself. The only revenge, the only person you should be better than is the person in front of the mirror, better than the person you were yesterday. So a lot about that and betrayals and kind of releasing that, because behind the Queen of Swords is this Three of Cups. More like, kind of like saying, moving into calmer waters, moving into more of this place of like finding communities that make you feel better, finding your reals, your good friends at places where you can vent. Maybe this could even mean like, you know, collaborating with others from a place of heart. Working with others because it makes you feel good, doing things just out of the love and fun of it, just out of like the magic of a fun. And then three also is like with fun, it talks about also, it could be like this getting together with others, a parties, a reunion, moving more towards like finding those spaces that right now we are gonna fill us with love, are gonna fill our cup ups, instead of like being, so, you know, not doing anything and being sedentary, like the Queen of Swords, does not necessarily mean isolation. Like the Hermit is here. Yeah, there's Hermit modes and there could be isolation, especially at a spiritual level. But this isolation is more like an isolation from people, places, things, places, ideas that no longer resonated with us. And now we need to come out of the shadow and also look for those new communities, spaces, ideas, habits, patterns that are more aligned with this newer frequency that we're at. So there's that. At the bottom of the deck with this, it's the Eight of Pentacles, so confirmation. There's a lot of work coming. Stay focused. Stay focused with what you love, with your creativity, what you want to do. As much as you give, when it comes to work, when it comes to money and investing, that's as much as you shall receive, because that's what the Eight of Pentacles. What else? Of course, I just little shuffle and here it is, the Devil. Careful, y'all. Careful with ego. Careful with projection. Careful with limiting beliefs coming back up at this time. The Devil comes up because, remember, it's our shadow self. This is the shadow popping up saying like, hey, I'm right around the corner here. It just takes, I'm a thought away. I'm an emotion away. I'm a trigger away. It's not an excuse anymore. It's because it triggered me. Now we have to embrace our triggers. Love our triggers. Know that they are our teachers and they're an excellent opportunity for growth and evolution. Okay, so just know that's, it's almost like everything emotions. And you know, a lot of people in this community, in this space, we can have this consciousness, but remember, we're not alone in earth. We're in a society, and there's going to be a lot of people that still haven't gone through the whole spiritual awakening essence. So they're truly like still quote unquote asleep, or in the unconsciousness, like they're not yet fully conscious of this part. So that's why the devil comes up almost like a fair warning. What else about this devil card? What else? The betrayal card did come out in front of the Queen of Swords, so there's definitely this energy, like there could have been betrayals. This could have been like letting go of those people, places, habits, jobs, community spaces. Yeah, it's this, of course, right after the devil is the Tower. Of course, collectively, lots of towers coming down at this time. There's going to be tower moments, changes. Remember, I talked about this eclipse season, time of profound transformations, destined changes, resets at a molecular and spiritual level. So the towers, there's tower moments. If you've had tower moments, tower moments means basically something that had its foundation. The foundation was not quite strong, so this tower fell. This could have been a marriage, this could have been a relationship, a job, this could have been even a way of thinking, a habit, a group of friends, a space, a community, your home. It could be from physical, mental, spiritual. It could be even psychic attacks. It's just a tower fell, but this tower fell in order for us to rebuild stronger. Hey Sabrina, how are you? Thank you for being here. These towers are falling in order for us to actually, again, shadows to peek out. So the tower falls, shadow peeks out, and then there's this Eight of Wands in order for us to shed light into that situation. The Eight of Wands is talking about fast, passionate action. Right here with the Queen of Swords over here, it's kind of saying like, hey, use your discernment, like strategizing, research, know what's going on, behind the scenes and all that. You check in with yourself, check in with others, kind of you're looking there's this betrayal in front of you, and it's saying move away, look for those spaces of love, of friendship, because of this hermit mode energy. And know that either this could be you or people around you. There's this, just in general, in a collective sense, the shadow or the ego is more pronounced because there's many tower moments happening, because many people are getting thrusted out of their comfort zone in order to take action. Eight of Wands. This is the card of action, of fast, passionate action. In order for that to happen, so it can move us to a higher frequency, move us to another timeline, do a quantum leap, if you will. Technically, we did a quantum leap with the eclipse. So it's kind of like it's changing and moving things around. At the bottom of the deck, there's this Prince of Pentacles. So it's like the regular deck, it's like the king, or sorry, like the knight of Pentacles. So there's like this pathway opening up in front of you when it comes with about money. This card actually is very related to Virgo, because there's the Virgo sign right here, and there's the Virgo goddess. It's mutable earth. So kind of like, again, give this time of lunar eclipse to release outdated patterns, habits, things that you no longer need. This is what it's telling us here. This is getting cleansed. It's a full reset that's going on here. Just know, if those towers do fall, fast, passionate action will be required from your part. This is why, this is how I started. This is why you're Queen of Swords right now. Because right now, you're not supposed to let the thought and the mind win. You're not supposed to let your emotions take you. Because right now, you need to have your mind sharp. Like right now, when don't project to past and future. Stay in the present. And if you can leave with anything, stay in the present and sharpen your knives. Your knives, in this metaphor, is your brain, your mind, right? Sharpen your mind. That means don't think of past, don't think of future. Just stay in the power now. So when you do have to use your mind, when these tower moments come, and this is Mars energy, Aries is around the corner. Aries season, solar eclipse in Aries. Like, this is inevitable. This is going to happen. So when this happens, instead of you projecting or making these decisions through your ego, through your emotions, through your thoughts, you can take fast, passionate action from this place of being, from being more present, right? Because you've been more present, so your mind will be sharper. So you'll be able to take those decisions when the time comes. And this looks like this opens a pathway of money for you, or of a new job or investments. This is what's going to open a new pathway in a sense. So I like that. I think I'm going to leave it there. I like what the tarot says there. Just lots of movement, lots of things. You know what to do. Come back to your center. And the center in the present is where you have your power. Because look, if you're questioning, yes, we need to remember our past, because, you know, our past experiences make who we are today, and the past is important. Yes, to a certain extent, but at the same time, there's nothing else you can do about the past. The past has passed. And if anything you can do is try to work through your past and learn from it, but you can only do that today, now. You can't project and go back to the past. I should have done this. I should have done that. You can't anymore. You can only work from it from the past. Same goes for the future. You can't say, hey, I will be happy until I have this, until I have that, until I have that new job, until I have this. And you're always projecting yourself. You're attaching your happiness to that future goal all the time. And yes, you can have goals. It's not about having goals. It's about attaching your identity and your happiness to it. When the only way you can work towards your future, the only place is now. The actions and the habits you cultivate today, right now, is dictating your future. Not until I have this, I wish this. That's projection. Or I will be fully fulfilled when all this is done, when that new job is here, when I move, when I have that new car, when I have that relationship, when I have all that money in the bank. Wish for it, but you keep projecting. But what are you doing today? Are you happy today? Are you abundant today? Have you been grateful today? What actions have you taken today, even though they're minimal, that are going to take you to that place? So bring your power back to the now. Yeah, this is a lot of what I'm getting, and this is an excellent time to do it during the eclipse season. Okay, so we'll just pull some couple oracles before I let y'all go. Thank you for being here. Help me with your likes, with your comments. How are you guys feeling? Am I talking too much? Are you guys resonating with this? A lot of introspection, I know. Angels and Ancestors oracles. Let's go. Let's see here. Hey Sandra, how are ya? Angels and Ancestors. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? Oh, this is really cool. And I feel like this is very connected to an earth sign. Lord, take charge with authority. Kind of this oracle of the Lord saying, hey, you are the Lord of your own life. You are dictating, right? Like the Queen of Swords here. Like, are you doing your research? Are you ruling from a place that's going to benefit you the most? Are you taking leadership of your own habits, of your life? And are you being responsible of the actions that are you taking today that are building your future? So kind of what this Lord is like, can you embrace and can you exude that energy? Can you become the Lord of your space, of your life, of your habits, of your decisions, of your dreams, of your desires? So kind of what this Lord energy is like. And also grounding. With these grounding practices, we are able to release a little bit of what mucks us and kind of what like smokes or kind of like clouds our aura, and in order for us to use discernment better. Second one, star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. And I love that the pyramids of Giza is there. So this is kind of like talking about, hey, we all have spirit team. We have spirit guides. Are you following your intuition like we did with the meditation? Yes, we did a grounding practice and chakra alignment. But most importantly, we opened up our crown chakra and connected with the spirit within, which, yes, we each have our own spirit. But then each of that spirit is connected with the energy of the creator. So essentially, we all come from the same source, but so does everything else. Everything that you can see and touch, this phone, my decorations, this home, everything, my clothes, comes from the creator. It has its own the same life force, that same energy, because we're in the space, and we're space within the space, you know. So this is kind of saying, are you trusting your intuition? Your intuition is this Wi-Fi, or the channel, if you will, that we turned on in order to receive this guidance, these answers, or this like universal wisdom from our spirit team, from the creator. So this is kind of saying, are you following that? Are you connecting with your inside? And this can be easy, y'all. Don't overcomplicate it. This can be as easy as waking up every morning, expressing gratitude, expressing affirmations, and at least doing 3 deep breathings. Inhale and exhale through your nose with your eyes closed when you wake up and when you go to sleep. And do this every day. There's ways that we start like engaging in our intuition, engaging with in the spirit within ourselves, and we start to like kind of like harvest more of this connection, of this energy. And it's like I was talking about earlier, practice makes perfect. It's if you put in the work. No one's gonna come in with a magic wand. No matter how many rituals, cleanses, candles you do, no one's gonna come with that magic wand. Only you can do that. Only you can actually put in that that magic and that power of your intention to connect, to follow your intuition, to hear the signs, to perceive them. Only you can do that, because only your guides will know how to lead you. And third and last one here, mountains. Stand your ground. Like the mountains, stand your ground. Be big like a mountain. Be, big as in tall, like tall and big, like take up space. If you actually even need to actually go to a physical mountain, go on a hike to ground yourself, do it. But otherwise, it's like stand your ground and don't let nothing push you around. No person, place, external situation. Stand on your convictions and your beliefs. Stand on your boundaries, and don't let nothing or no one take you out of your center, because only in your center and in your now is where you have your full maximum power. And once you're thrusted out of there with that emotion, that thought, that trigger, you're done. You're no longer going to be you're going to be reacting instead of responding from within. And responding from within is when you become more, that's where your power actually lies. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more. 3 more from the Starseed Oracle. Best and highest messages here. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? One more. All right. Oh, wow. These cards, I like how they look. I don't know. I just like the difference here. One's like super dark in space, and the other one is like ocean with earth. Do you guys see the difference? Light and shadow, y'all. The duality is here. Eclipse season. The equinox, too. Let me show it to my camera on YouTube. I like that. And then there's this little portal right here. I love these cards. Well, the first one is the Seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Exactly what I talked about. Lots of people going through spiritual awakenings at this time, meaning they're waking up from the unconsciousness and bringing the consciousness to, or bringing the unconsciousness to light, or like I say, bringing the shadow, or bringing out the shadow to shed light on it. This is why this is happening. The seas of Mintaka. Mintaka, I have been hearing a lot about them lately, but they were these people, kind of like the Pleiadians, that they came from this planet. From this planet supposedly was outside, closer to Mars. So it's Earth, then it's Mars, then around Mars is, or like the next one up around it is like this asteroid belt. They say that there was a planet in that asteroid belt that the Mintaka people came from. I don't know if the planet was called Mintaka or the people there were called Mintaka. And that supposedly a lot of them, like the Pleiadians, got this call from Earth to come in and help Earth wake up, or like have this collective like shift or spiritual awakening. And a lot of them, you know, their energy kind of was reborn here on Earth in order to help like be the leaders of light, or like bring on or help with the spiritual awakening at a collective level. They've been coming to me lately. I don't know if I have a past life related to them, but supposedly they work a lot with healing through water and all of this like magic work, or like the nymphs and the mermaids and all of this that you hear. They say they're very connected with these Mintaka. So kind of like talking a lot about resting, healing, remembering that we ourselves, our physical body, 75% water. It's ruled by the moon as well. That the way that we talk to ourselves, the habits that we create, that we cultivate, even our thoughts, everything inside is reflected on the outside. So what we have in our reality in the exterior started within. So really saying like, hey, take a deep look, what's within you. And as you start changing inside, you'll start seeing the changes outside, not the other way around. Not changing your exterior. Yes, there could be some exterior things that happen that change your interior, but really the change starts from within. If you want to change in your life, you need to change your mentality, because if you're always projecting in the future and you're thinking you're going to be happy when something physical comes to you, well, it's going to be almost like this dark hole, like the void, this dark hole that's never filling. You're never filled with anything, and you want more and more and more and more, which is fine to have ambition and to go for it. But when it comes that you're no longer, that you're just projecting it and you're not happy with what you have here and now, that's when we get entrapped in that ego. It's like the ego comes back in through the back door. So the second part, the void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. Again, I'm thinking the void. It's talking about the universe, God, the creator. Like saying stop, meditate, hear the intuition within. Hear that all the answers and all the healing already exist within yourself. We are an extension of the creator with all its powers and abilities, and we have a right to abundance. But it only takes us to claim this. It's only up to us to not be pulled from past, future, or from the shadow and the light, and try to stay in the center as much as we can. Which of course, we live on this earth. It's a tug of war, always one way or another. But us always, the best that we can, always to try to come back to our center, and this way we avoid like this volatility of one extreme or the other. And then to end us with, activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Exactly, because I feel when we can embrace our light and shadow, the conscious and the subconscious, the earth and the heavens, this is where alchemy begins. This is when we like have a more direct line with source. When we meditate, when we go into this place of being quiet, of connecting with our body, with our breathing, when we ground on earth, we open up to the universal knowledge. Here it's like we're like this vessel, and we're the spirit, so we make alchemy, because when you graph two opposite forces and put them together, it creates magic, it creates alchemy. This is kind of what this activated earth saying. We're capable of starting this magic, to activating earth, to raising the collective consciousness. And as more and more people start waking up, we're raising the vibration. So what's happening, we're activating the earth. But remember, we're a balance. Where there's light, there's dark. or where there's light there's shadow, and when there's shadow there's light. So as we're raising it, it's almost like these layers of darkness are kind of like being awoken because we're raising the vibration. So this is again not to incite fear, but also to be conscious and to be a little bit more empathetic towards others when we're driving, our neighbors, our coworkers, our communities, because there's a lot of changes happening. And if someone's ready to receive a message, remember, this is not to be forced, but also never underestimate the power of planting a seed, because you never know where it can lead. All right, y'all. So I hope you all found a message that you resonated with tonight. I went a little bit further than I wanted to, but it was a great conversation, and there was a lot of things that needed to be talked about. If you missed that conversation, this video is going to be posted right after this, so you can go ahead and go back. I'm also going to upload this on YouTube, but otherwise, thank you so much for all of you that were here. If you were able to meditate, again, if you missed the meditation, I urge you to go back. If you need help, if you want to set up any private readings, I do channeling with meditation and tarot. If you want any cleanses, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'm always here to learn, and I'm in growth and evolution just like everybody else is. And at this time, I just want to keep expanding, want to keep learning from others, from my experiences, from everything that we're doing here, and just keep this community growing. So thank you all so much for being here. I love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next week. Okay? Thank you. Bye. Namaste. And if you guys want me to talk about any specific subject, just let me know. Okay? I'm always open to new subjects, to learning, to discussing whatever y'all are interested in. And of course, with a meditation and reading. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.